Hello everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer, your evil overlord, and welcome to a game called Rimworld. Rimworld, as it says right over here, is a colony simulator by this guy, Klein & Sylvester. That's not really that important, but what is important is that for the past couple of weeks I've been playing this game in my off time. Time that I didn't have to work or didn't stream or basically didn't have anything else to do. And I'm really enjoying it thus far, and I just thought it would be a cool little series to do on my channel here on Twitch. And for those on YouTube, I am actually recording this on a Thursday, November 12th, 2015. And let me quickly answer something in the chat here. My broadcast title on Twitch is going to say early weekend stream because basically, originally I had to work today, but I actually got planned out, meaning that there wasn't enough work for everyone to participate at the job, so people were just getting called off from work, and I was one of those. And for that reason I'm streaming this game today. Right, now I'm just going to show you a little bit on what's what. So you can create a world, you can randomize the seed, you can select the size. Let's go with the biggest one, screw it. Generate. So 0E6A. And then we've got a nice little mega continent with a couple of random islands here and there. And you may see some brown spots all over, like little freckles. Not that there's anything wrong with freckles. Some girls with freckles are really cute, by the way. Har har har. But if you zoom in, you're gonna see like small hills and large hills and mountains. That's just basically the type of terrain that you're going to be dealing with. You also have flatlands, which is pretty much everything else. Then you've got different types of biomes. You've got your tundra. All the way up here you've got your severe cold ice sheets. You've got your boreal forest, which is this darker blue color. You've got your deserts. You've got your temperate forests and the tropical rainforest. And the islands really don't matter at all. Then there's also the ocean, of course. Let's see. Can I quickly find a little dot here? Where's there? Is that? That's an ocean. That's just a little lake. What I'm looking for at this moment is a red dot or a specific other kind of dot. Ah, here we go. Now here we have a red dot, and if I highlight that, it's gonna say that it's a pirate base. And if I go into a different screen and I would select this as my landing zone, I wouldn't be able to do that because it's already inhabited. There's also other types of bases, like tribespeople and other stuff, and you cannot land on those. What's this? That is ocean as well. Doomhammer, if you could pick one side of God of War, which one would you pick? These are the sides: USA, Germany, Commonwealth, UK, Soviet Union, Japanese Empire. I wouldn't pick anything because I don't. First of all, I don't even know what God of War is, what kind of game or movie or whatnot it is. And second of all, I just don't give a crap. So let's not talk about God of War. Let's talk about Rimworld, because that is, after all, the game I'm playing. Now, in this particular screen, now that I've generated the world, I cannot pick a landing location just yet, but I can save and finish. Then I go to new colony. You've got a couple of difficulties. You've got your storyteller, AI storyteller, basically. The AI storyteller creates the events like the pirate raids, resource drops, animal attacks, etc., etc. You've got Cassandra Classic. Cassandra Classic is basically the regular difficulty, the regular storyteller. It's going to increase in difficulty the stronger your own base becomes. You've got the Phoebe Chillax, which is easy mode. And then you've got Randy Random, and this guy can screw you over, but it can also be that for the longest time you won't be attacked at all, or the attacks are just going to be so small that you can basically throw a rock at them and they're dead. And then there are of course the difficulties. The free play becomes basically a sandbox mode, but with very, very minimal attacks. You've got the base builder. They are scaled, the threats and the attacks are scaled back a lot. You've got your rough, which is the difficulty I'll be playing at. Challenge, and then extreme, which I'll never do. What I'll be doing is actually going on Cassandra Classic and rough. And I'm going to go to Abdallah al-Shamakath. Probably butchered it horribly. Which was the world I just generated. It's gonna load. And I quickly wanted to show you guys here. I'm gonna select this, select site, and then it says Power Team already have a base here. Means that I cannot put a base there. Now, what do I want to do? I definitely want to go to a mountainous area because I want to dig into a mountain. You can do that, and basically build my base inside of a mountain. We also apparently have a pirate base over here, the Ash Wisps, so I don't want to be too close to them. Also, depending on what type of biome you're going in, determines your growing period. As you can see, the ice sheet over here or over there has no growing period whatsoever. The well, apparently the tundra only has like 1 or 2 months, June to July, and the boreal forest over here as well. But for instance, the temperate forest, April to September, and the more down south you go, you basically here in the, well, what kind of biome is this? Arid shrubland. Shrubbery. You basically have year-round growing zone, growing period, but that's not what I'm going to be doing. I do want to have a little bit of winter, and the growing time basically also determines, well, how long you'll be growing and how much stock you need of food. Lastly, the stone types. As you can see, this particular cell over here has got limestone and slate. We've got sandstone, limestone, and granite. Then there's also a stone type called marble, and that's basically just building material for whatever you're going to be doing. May, June, August, June, July, absolutely not. Here you go, marble and limestone. May to August. I don't want May to August. Kind of, oh, not too far. Let's have a look-see over here. Limestone, slate, and marble. April till September. Mountains. This sounds like a good place to land for me. I do want marble. I like marble as a material. And yeah, I'll be landing over here. You've got like your biomes, your elevation, just the biomes. You've got elevation mode, and here you'll see basically how high up stuff is. The full one is what we are always using. Rainfall, apparently, I believe down here is where rainfall is most common, and temperature. You don't want to be down here because it's scorchingly hot, and up here it's freezing cold. So yeah, I think I'm happy with my place right over here. We've got mountains. Rainfall is 938 millimeters. We've got minus 6.3 degrees Celsius. I will be using the Celsius temperature because I of course use Celsius in my daily life. We at around 675 meters up in the mountains. We've got limestone, slate and marble with a growing period of April till September. We're going to select the site and then we're going to move on to this screen. This screen is basically the colonist, and as you can see you've got 3 colonists, and these will be landing down on the planet, on the place where I designate them, and this is basically the people that we need to survive with, and then eventually grow a base, build a ship and get off in the sky. Asparagus rebel and government agent, the childhood and adulthood traits backstories will determine if people are capable of doing some things better than other things. For instance, this particular setup means that this particular person would not be capable of cleaning, caring and plant work. Now all of these traits have something to do with something. I'll go into the depths of that later, but I'm not happy with this at all. So what I want to do now, this looks a lot better. We've got an Rimworld urchin and a herbalist with shooting of 6, melee of 10, social of 1, animals of 4, medicine of 10. You need a good doctor at first. Decently at everything else and is incapable of nothing. Now there's 2 traits that are not, or 2 skills that are not present on this list. That is hauling and cleaning, also known as dumb labor. Both of them will be known as dumb labor, at least in the incapable of. And what I at least want is to make sure that all 3 of my starting colonists are capable of doing everything, because you're gonna be going all over the place trying to get everything done as fast as possible with as little manpower as possible, because you only start out with these 3 people. I am gonna give this guy a different nickname because I'm happy with this particular person. I'm gonna call him Doomy. Me, of course. Because I can't name him Doomhammer, so I'll just name him Doomy. Yeah, so you're gonna see a double flame over here, a smaller flame over here. Now the large double flame actually means that he has a burning passion for it, as you can see. And he will learn the skill 1.5 times faster than normal. Without the passion, the learning speed is actually 0.3 times. Which means that this is going to be a very, very slow build. And the regular smaller flame means that he's going to be learning at 1 time speed. So every minute that he does it, he's going to get better 3 times as fast as normal. Or, yeah, 3 times, and then this will grow even faster. So if I were to put this guy at as an artist making sculptures, then that is going to be skyrocketing out of the place in no time. By the way, the maximum skill level is 20, so the melee and the medicine are about halfway there. But as I said, I like this. Now, Heat Lover, these are the traits. He's comfortable at +12, and he's his minimum comfort level is 4 degrees Celsius. So if his body temperature, or if it's too cold for him, then he's gonna have a negative mood debuff. And psychically deaf has something to do with psychic sensitivity. We'll get into that a little later, but let's move on to the next person. I already have a melee guy, so also looking at these 2, you kind of don't want it. So let me just re-random them. Bloodlust, Slowpoke. Slowpoke is something you don't want, because you want fast-moving guys. Just like Slothful. Slothful is actually that he just hates anything productive. So while he's got a good artistic and crafting passion, he's got a medium passion for a lot of things. He just doesn't like getting busy. But being psychically deaf is actually much better than psychically dull. This person is going to be called Hecthor. As we have, let's see, health. Okay, now this is actually bad. So this person is gonna get rerolled. What you can do is look at the age, 42, and then hit the I and go to health. You'll see that he has a bad back, which is going to actually weaken his manipulation. And I want my people to be fit. So while this guy in terms of traits is really good, I'm gonna be rerolling him. Oh. Oh, age 60. I'm not even gonna look at his health, because usually the older they are, the more problems they have. If at 42 you have a bad back, at 60 you may get cataracts, which is gonna impale your vision. $39. You're a good researcher. But research really early on isn't that important, so let's have a look-see. Let's just reroll. Good social, good animals, but still 45. 41. 30 is better. 46, 52, 32, 42, 38. 39. Got skill stat. Wait, let's have a look see at Doomy. 46. Oh boy. No injuries. So Doomy is definitely a keeper. And as you can see, melee skill 16. Here you go. 18 as age. No injuries. Iron Big V Roth Kelly. Now, not a good shooter, not a good meleeist, but decent at social, has a decent passion for animals, medicine, cooking, construction, and a good researcher. Pessimist is permanent mood debuff of -6. Now, mood is going to affect whether your people are going to be like breaking down or even going berserk, which is a bad thing, but I'm gonna chance it. Yenna. You're gonna be Yenna. And I can actually just change the first name. Yenna. And then I can do this. Hecthor. Doomhammer. Yay! Oh, this guy is horrible. Now this is what I meant with hauling and cleaning being labeled as dumb labor and skilled labor, which is basically crafting, growing, construction, mining, research. Crafting is something separate, as you can see. So this guy is horrible. That one too. 41. Chemical interest, hard worker, social 9, barely anything, but it is 18 though. I need someone with a little bit more experience in life, like this guy, or girl, apparently. But nudist, I don't want nudist in a freaking cold habitat. Cold tolerant is good, intellectual and artistic. Just means research and art, but still that's not everything. And I'm very skeptical. Ah, look at this. Growing 8, which is useful. nothing at shooting, but she still can learn it slowly, and the rest is decent. So I'm gonna say Ida. Hold on. Now the reason I'm naming the other two characters like this will become apparent once I get more people, and once you actually get to pick a name, because that's something you can do in this game. Pick a name for your village. And what I also could do is, because I have a couple of mods installed, is I could prepare carefully. And with this particular mod, I can basically just say like, well, I want this guy to be better at shooting than melee. So I'm gonna remove this, but add that. Do that at 4. Do that at 10. This is something that I can do, and I'll actually leave it like this. Ida, unfortunately, who's my best cook? 4, 4, 1. I'm gonna give Ida some. Yeah. And a little bit of passion for that too. And I can actually just add a third trait. And the traits are abrasive, ascetic, bloodlust, brawler, cannibal, careful shooter, chemical fascination, chemical interest, cold lover, cold tolerant, depressive, fast walker, greedy, green thumb, hard worker, heat lover, heat tolerant, industrious, iron willed, and all of this. And every trait will either benefit or put a debuff on your characters, depending on what you have. So I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna give any extra traits. And while it says use points, you can actually just turn that off. And this is something I did in my very first playthrough. You can literally max out everything here. And as you can see, you can also add a new colonist, which is gonna put me into the red, into the negative points. So I'm not gonna do that. But basically, if you don't use points, you can just have like a starting colony of like 20 people with maxed out stats of everything, basically. And yeah, you're actually, no, wait, that's not your skin. No, never mind. It's not that important though. Let's see, Yenna, are we gonna do anything with you yet? Gonna give you 4 of mining and 2 more in crafting, 2 more in construction. That is okay. We'll give you 1 more in construction and 1 more in shooting. And Doomy will be having a passion for construction, a burning passion, and a little bit of interest in mining, crafting as well. Anything else that I want? Let's go on to the next screen. Now here you can basically decide with what you're gonna be starting. I'm gonna be starting off with a female warg, and the warg is an animal, which is the main feature of Alpha 12 from my understanding. Animals, you can actually just tame wild animals, and given their level of obedience and experience and like trainability, you can make them do stuff for you. Otherwise, they're just there to eat food. And if you can have, for instance, cows can give you milk, and if you have a male and a female, they could mate and make little guys for you, which you then later can train or sell or do stuff. So yeah, this is basically the starting resources that you're going to be starting out with. Packaged survival meals, just so that you have something to eat in the starting days. So medicine, silver so that you can buy and sell stuff, wood so that you can build something, steel so that you can build something, and these are the weapons that you're going to be starting out with. And basically, if you just want more resources, you can just go over here and just select them, add them. You can add food, like do you want beer to start out with, Do you want some raw meat? Do you want some fertile chicken eggs so that you can have chickens to start off with? Fine meals. You even have lavish meals, which are the best kind of meals there are. Blah blah blah, etc. etc. Weapons. What if I don't want a pistol and a survival rifle and a plasteel knife, but perhaps I want a doomsday rocket launcher? It's a bit expensive, as you can see. A golden club, a golden gladius. The golden spear is super expensive in terms of points, but I'll leave it as is. I'll try to go as vanilla as possible. Apparel, you can basically just give people armor vests, or like power armor and power armor helmets, or just some additional clothing for if it gets cold or something, I don't know. And what you can also do is just add animals like a female chicken, which I'm kind of tempted to do, but I'm not. I'm actually not. So yeah, let's go down, shall we? So, a new colony on a new planet, a new place. I've got no idea what this place is gonna look like. The three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. And there we are. Right. So, this is the metal, the silver, and the metal. I'm just going to be starting with unforbidding that. Also the meals, the nets. Now, I want Doomy, with whom I gave a better shooting. So I'm gonna equip him with the survival rifle. Yenna and Ida's gonna get the plasteel knife, and then Yenna's gonna get the pistol, if I can find that. Pistol, pistol, pistol. For some reason, there it is. Right. And here's our female warg, Candace. Now, Candace here is tame, so we can't control her directly by, for instance, if I tell Doomy to go over here, he will, if I have this selected. But what I can do is obedience training, which makes, which allows for further training. Now, the animals that I will be training, that I can have hauling, I will just do obedience and hauling. And once hauling has reached 8, it will basically just go around the map and start picking up stuff that you have unforbidden. Like I've just unforbidden the medication and the meals and such. Now, we see 2 more animals over here, tortoise and hares. We can actually tame them too by clicking the hand, but these can't do anything. But I'm looking for my wood, which is over here. Right. So let's have a look-see at the map, shall we? Nice mountain area to which I can and definitely will be digging in. We've got some buffalo, which we can hunt for food, or tame for wool and milk if they are female. So I will be doing that at a later stage. We've got another mountain over here. We've got some more buffalo over here. A couple of hills and little mountains and some old abandoned structures. But I will want to start digging in to, I believe, here. Now, we've got the slate over here, which is one of the building materials. But for instance, we've got some compacted steel over here. And this is a raspberry bush. And H, or that little button over there, means harvest, which means I'm going to be cutting it for food later. Let's have a look-see at the work. Now, I've got 2 doctors. You want to have 2 doctors. I want everyone on flicking duty. 6 wardening.